Morning YouTubers, today's the 1st of April and the sun is out, so it's time to get the guns out. I've got some targets set up here at 15 metres, and got some tin cans, and yeah, I've got a day off work and the sun's out, so I'm sat over there and I'm doing a bit of a comparison and a little bit of a history lesson, kind of, on these iconic bad boys of the Cold War. Yeah, they're basically the Cold War assault rifles of choice for various parts of the world. Being a child born in 1970, I kind of grew up with these in the movies, especially the 80s action war movies. US troops often were seen with the M16, which is this one. That's the M16 A2 variant. The M16A1 is also featured a lot, especially in like Vietnam type war movies. In the middle, we've got the SLR stroke FAL. I've done a review on both of these before. Oh, and that one. We'll talk about that one in a bit. Yeah, the FAL or SLR is most commonly referred to as the L1A1 SLR for the UK and the Commonwealth and other parts of the world that made copies of the FAL. The SLR L1A1 was semi-auto only, whereas the FAL was full auto. Yeah, so they're kind of like, that's the West. They're the West's rifles. Yeah, basically they were these ones. FAL was nicknamed the right arm of the free world for obvious reasons. The M16 A1 was very unreliable when it first came out, but they modified it, made it more sort of reliable, and then the L2 came out, which is a copy of. But some people say that the FAL should have been the rifle that the Americans adopted for their NATO rifle, but they didn't. They almost did, but they chose the M16 platform, which is now the M4 AR platform. Yeah, so with regards to the M16, this bad boy, it actually shot the 5.56, which is the smallest round, that one there, the 5.56 NATO rounds. It meant that they could carry more, and they were faster, but they didn't do as much damage as the previous 7.62. The SLR FAL, that used the biggest round, the big bad boy there on the left, and that was 7.62 NATO round, but it's replaced by the 5.56. We've now replaced it with a 5.56 as well when we changed over calibers to match the Americans, basically. So the preferred weapon of choice for the enemy of the Cold War and the West was the, don't need to say what it is really, do I? It's AK47 Kalashnikov, world famous. God knows how many were made. They say potentially over 100 million AK47s were made globally, various countries. In over 100 countries, over 100 different countries have sort of manufactured this. They're very cheap, very easy to make, very robust, and easy to shoot. Not the most accurate rifle in the world, but it did carry a 7.62 round, although not as powerful as the NATO 7.62. They were, what were they? They were 39mm in the middle, the AK47 7.62, whereas the NATO one was 54mm, so obviously that's got more propellant inside it. Also, very short barrel, had a propensity to sort of lift up as it was on full auto, whereas the FAL was an extremely accurate, powerful rifle. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm going to be shooting today. And yeah, they're not actually real firearms, obviously, they're replica airguns. The M16, this one here, is actually a Crosman MTR 77 NP, stands for nitro piston, and it's a 177 pellet, single shot, break barrel rifle with a rifle barrel. It's actually very powerful. It's 11 foot-pounds, which is very powerful for a replica air gun, so that does kick a bit, especially being it's not a Springer, it's a nitro piston, but similar sort of concept to a spring brake barrel. It gives a kick when it fires, when it shoots. The SLR, FAL, I think it looks more like an FAL than SLR, so that's why I keep referring to it as both. My other video will explain further why I think that's the case. This is by Lee Enfield, and it's obviously a rifle again. 4.5mm steel BB, CO2 powered. It's semi-automatic. That's a single shot. Semi-automatic, 15 round magazine. Smoothbore barrel. It's about 2.5 foot-pounds, so very low powered. Literally just for plinking, really. Accuracy-wise, I've only shot it a little bit just to sort of test it for the review, but we'll see how it performs at 15 metres with a nice little laser dot on there. This one's iron sights, laser dot, and iron sights on the AK. The AK47 by Cybergun. This is also a CO2 powered multi-shot semi-auto, and it's lovely. It's built in all metal and wood. It really is a fantastic replica. That's a genuine AK47 sling on there as well. I've got genuine slings on all of them actually. That's a genuine SLR sling, M16, and the AR. Yeah, the Kalashnikov by Cybergun, 4.5mm steel BB again, semi-automatic, and it's an 18 round magazine, smooth bore, same sort of power as the SLR, 2.5 foot-pounds. As you've probably noticed if you've seen these before, that's not the original Cybergun mag. That's actually an airsoft mag, but it's more in keeping, you know, authentically what it looks like. But you can't shoot with it, so I've got to take it off and put the Cybergun mag on that. Same with the M16. That's a metal airsoft mag, just to make it look more sort of authentic. But that'll be coming off because you can't break the barrel with that there because it just won't cock. So that's got to come off as well. But that is the actual magazine that comes with the Lee Enfield SLR. It is metal and it looks the part, and it actually houses the power plant and the CO2 canister. So anyway, enough talking from me. I'm going to do some shooting down there at 15 metres. Okay, let's go and see how we did. Okay, first up, that was the M16. Lovely, nice tight grouping. And this was the SLR. Not too bad for BBs, low power. And this is the AK47, which is not bad grouping actually for BB guns. Yeah, so well happy with that. I've got some more tins here to blast about with, and this one's got water in it, so I'll give that as rapid a shot as I can, and I'll put the camera on at slow-mo.